It's like that. Welcome back to another episode. We finna get into the situation on the Carmelo Anthony standpoint, but we finna get into it with a real debate. Like, I'm really kind of getting sick of niggas or just people in the just period, just talking like weird ass, dumb ass shit and making it about all the wrong shit. Even just with the culture of like what's going on in the black community, we don't band together to save the youth or even to save ourselves until we are in a dire situation. George Floyd situation, prime as example. Trayvon Martin situation. This situation. We don't start banding together and paying for stuff and trying to support one another until the news posted. When it's a million and one homeless niggas outside, it's a million and one homeless veterans outside, black and white and Hispanic. Nobody say a thing. Nobody bat an eye. But we finna get into what the fuck they saying on the PBD podcast.
So let's go back to the 4 blacks you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
What is the solution?
The solution.
How do you fix that? If you're saying those are the 4 different types of blacks, you said the blacks, the house, and then the third and the fourth, which I'll let you say right there. There's a thumbnail to your video. How do you fix some of those issues that's being done right now in the black community?
3 things. Crime. You've got to be really tough on crime. And when I mean that, for the black community, you've got to be tough on crime. Not just, white people or any. Black people have to be tough on crime because at the end of the day, it's us. We're dealing with it. Definitely for murderers. I'm big on that. Drug dealers, rapists, people who do the harsh and very heinous crimes in our community. We've got to be very aggressive in combating them. That's something we don't want to have a conversation about. We're looking at a lot of these cases where we have individuals who are very undesirable, and we're looking to defend them. Look at the Carmelo Anthony case. People are defending him, not because he's innocent or not because he's a good person. This wasn't a doctor or a lawyer. It's somebody who murdered somebody, and people are willing to defend that just simply because he's black rather than because he is innocent. That's a big problem that we have. We will defend criminals and killers before we'll defend doctors, lawyers, the best and brightest in our community.
What's your biggest problem with the Carmelo Anthony case? Because there's a lot of stuff that came out.
There is, yeah.
If you want to go through it, there's a lot of stuff that came out. I think they ended up, Rob, how much money did they raise? $700,000 or so on GoFundMe? That people try to help them out. None of that was used apparently for the legal fees. I think that was a public defender. But what is your core problem with the Carmelo Anthony case?
Well, my problem is this. Just because somebody, I said this on Twitter, if Carmelo Anthony was being bullied, just because he was being bullied doesn't mean you go out and murder somebody. If that's the case, then every school shooter is justified in going to do what he does because he's being bullied. And then also this idea.
I'm only gonna stop this because I like what he's saying, and he's 1,000% right. Like I was just saying prior to we even started this video, we don't take, even in my commentary on the Carmelo Anthony, as far as like the Metcalf Diddy situation, like him speaking, he said the same thing. Like niggas hang their heads up on the wrong shit. As black people, we so caught up in the drug dealers and this, that, and the third, all the movie shit and the music video shit that we see, we so caught up on that shit, we treat it like it's real life. And we don't know how to separate that shit. Life ain't GTA. And like he said, and that's another thing with everybody else too. If that's the case, bro, and it's not a problem for a motherfucker to just stab you because they pushing you and they jumping you, whatever, like, and it's only 2 niggas, it ain't like it's 50 niggas surrounding this man, then at the end of the day, nobody should trip or give a fuck about the simple fact of when, like he said, not even just school shooters, but when crimes get committed, period. Nobody should give a fuck at that point because everybody got a reason why they doing shit. Everybody got a reason why they feel like this is like that and like that is like this. Everybody got a reason why they selling drugs. Everybody got a reason why they shooting niggas. Everybody got their own personal reason. One of the main things he didn't touch on yet is just parenting. Like as far as a lot of these single parent households, understanding how important having a father is, understanding how important having a male figure period is when it comes to keeping you disciplined, keeping your mind on the right track, because as a young male, it's a lot of shit you will get into just because that's what's popular right now. But it take a man to teach you not to go with what's popular. A woman always gonna teach you to go with what's popular because it's about style. It's about how you look. A lot of these things matter more to women than men. Even though it matter to men, it don't matter as much when it comes to the characteristics that men carry as far as what separate them from most. But let's continue.
That you can't move me. I can go wherever I want. I can sit wherever I want. It's like, no, you can't. You can't sit wherever you want. Someone tells you that you can't be here. You can't be here. Get on somewhere. Or go get somebody that can actually challenge it for you. We have this mindset that we're entitled to every space and that nobody can move us at all. And that anywhere we go, that if somebody tells us to do differently, we're going to do the opposite. Now, it's a good mindset to have that on a positive direction. Someone tells me to do this and I don't think it's good for me, I'm going to go in the opposite direction. Or I'm going to be looking at things from a perspective, I want to do my own and go in my own way. But no, black people are like, no, if white people came out tomorrow and said, drink water, drinking water is good, niggas will come out tomorrow and say, drinking water is bad. Maybe you should drink dirt or something. I don't know. Maybe you should drink mud.
Why though? Is it because white man's the enemy?
It's become that. It's become that. White man is the enemy. And the enemy at the end of the day is ourselves. When we look at the communities, every problem that exists is because of us. Now, we could talk about the historical conditions and what happened, but this is in the 1970s and 80s. Where I would say that argument holds up well. The residual effects of Jim Crow still exist in hiring, banking. I would say that. If this was 1970s and 80s, I would agree. But this is the 2020s going to the 2030s. My generation, Gen Z, there's nothing holding me back from going in a positive direction, going in a better direction. There's nobody holding me back systemically, saying that I cannot go somewhere, that I cannot do something. We believe that everything, every fight, cases like this, is like another civil rights case. It isn't. They killed one of ours, so one of ours is in trouble. We got to defend them no matter what. What does it do? It shows the level of tribalism and instability within our community, the lack of control, self-control that we have. We can't exist going in this direction. But I want to go back to, you said about the three solutions. This is very important.
First, you said crime.
Crime, being tough on crime. Second is education. The schools in the black community, education is not focused too much. We care more about producing the next basketball players, football players. And this is very true. People say, no, this is a stereotype. Well, stereotypes exist for a reason. We care more about producing more entertainers than we do leaders. What leaders do we have in the community? We don't have any. Most of the leaders and heroes that black people have today, they don't mention, rappers, football players, basketball stars. He's got money. He making money. I don't need niggas to make money. We need niggas to think for themselves and build for themselves. We got enough niggas making money. That's fine and dandy. You can make money in this country. It's a beautiful country that you can make as much money as you want in this land. We need leaders, and this is the beautiful thing about America. We have dominated the world for the last century because we've made leaders in this country. All the money doesn't compare. Leaders have been made.
So Democrats would say, you don't think Obama's our leaders? You don't think Barack Obama's a leader?
Obama is a symbol of black excellence that black people ignore. They look at Obama as more of a revenge symbol than a symbol of excellence. Some do. Some look at him like, oh, Obama's a great person to look up to. But they get wrapped into the politics of it, the Democrat, Republican. I'm not looking at that. This goes back to what I said about looking at things from a realistic lens rather than this emotional blue team, red team lens. I'm looking at how the reality of things are, more so than the, all the other petty stuff behind it. But Obama's fantastic in terms of what he symbolized. Now, the politics of it, him being a Democrat, what he's done underneath his administration, completely different. That's a completely different conversation. But going back to that education, it's very important for us to focus on education, being tough in the schools on education, separating the kids that want to do well, that are educated, that want to work and show that they have this drive to do more. Separate them from the kids that are struggling.
Yeah, Rob, I think you have some stats on that. If you want to pull it up on specifically.
What's so fucking funny is the fact that Melly Mel is a rapper, right? And he made The Message. And if you know what The Message is, it's one of the earliest hip hop songs that really took off, that actually had a message in the song instead of just a hip it to the, you feel me? He said, we in the black community are so caught up on saving the slow motherfuckers that we forget we got fast motherfuckers. So instead of working with the fast motherfuckers, we always trying to save the slow motherfuckers. So we slow ourselves down because we so busy trying to save the slow motherfuckers. Women be liking bad boys because they feel like they gonna be able to come in, change that nigga, and do this, that, and the third. We gotta stop that mindset because you have to understand that's another toxic mindset within the black community that's very heavy. You can't save everybody, and everybody ain't meant to be saved. Some people are going to travel a road because it's just like in their mind they don't have no other choice. But you might see they got 1,000,001 choices. You might see all the potential they got in this world. But as black men, and I love that he's saying niggas, because that's why I love to say nigga, because there's a lot of niggas outside, a lot of ignorant motherfuckers. And at the end of the day, that's why I act how I act on here, because at the end of the day, that's who the fuck I'm talking to mostly. Ignorant motherfuckers. You ain't even gotta be black to be a nigga. Especially nowadays, they let you say nigga when you white and Mexican and shit. But niggas will bring up racism all fucking day, every fucking day, but will not justify or will not stop a motherfucker from calling him a nigga that ain't black. When at a point in time, boy, your ancestors would have busted a motherfucker in the motherfucking throat and mouth just for saying something like that. But you will sit here and get mad about some goofy ass shit. Another thing he touched on that I like but dislike is that he said Obama is a symbol of, something that black people should look up to. Because personally, to me, that's Malcolm X. But I don't respect Barack Obama just off GP of how he is to me. But that's just me personally. Black people love that nigga, but they just love that nigga for, like he said, the purpose of saying we got one in there. You know what I'm saying? We did that. You know what I'm saying? It would have been the same thing if Kamala Harris got in there. We did that. We got another one in there. And she a woman this time. Like, niggas would have been so spiteful with that. But they don't understand these are things that motherfuckers feed off of and fuel their campaigns off of. This is how you get manipulated all the time. For your votes, for your knowledge, your understanding, for your help in anything. Like, y'all niggas gotta understand it's a fucking method to what a lot of these people do. It's a fucking method to their madness at all times. Don't ever think that these people are doing things just to be doing things. Even if it's Donald Trump, and that's my nigga. I love me some Donald Trump, but it's because he a real nigga. He a real nigga because, nigga, he ain't lying about shit as far as, like, when he say he gonna do some shit, nigga. A lot of people trying to say he lying. Nah, he did everything he said he was gonna do. He said he was gonna deport motherfuckers. He deported motherfuckers. Motherfuckers tried to rescind that. A lot of motherfuckers try to rescind a lot of shit that he been doing. They've been voting against a lot of the things he been doing. But to me, he's really going through everything that they swore up and down Barack Obama was going through. Oh, they trying to stop everything. They wasn't trying to stop shit Barack Obama trying to do. God damn me. Why the fuck you think we got Obamacare, nigga? Why you think we got gay marriage? You gotta understand, bro. It's all the things that we popularize and make important. And in the black community, we don't make none important as far as education, like he's saying. We don't make crime an importance of, like, just being a thing where we just thumbs down on that shit, because it's not a good thing for our community to be going through that. We robbing ourselves, dumbass. You robbing my grandma. You robbing my father. You robbing my mama. Like, you robbing my brother or sister. Like, you're robbing motherfuckers that are in your community. Nipsey Hussle even said, we'll sit there and be hunting for a nigga, not realizing we hunting for ourselves, because you looking for somebody that look like you, nigga. Nigga with tattoos, nigga with dreads, nigga with a fade, tattoos on his face and shit like that. Nigga, is he sagging? How he dressed? What colors do he got on? Like, all these things be mattering when they really shouldn't matter. What should matter is the fact that this color right here, nigga, we all that color. So we need to be all making things matter, as far as just understanding we matter to each other. If we don't treat each other like we matter, nobody else will. So I hate when people be talking that shit when it comes to racism, because it ain't about race. Real talk, it's about us and the space that we put ourselves in. Like he said, I'm glad he said it. We act entitled to a lot of shit, when at the end of the day, what did we do? We're going to talk about slavery, but slavery ain't got nothing to do with this generation. We was inventors at a point in time, but we don't speak on that no more. Like he said, all we want to do is make the next athlete, the next entertainer. We ain't trying to educate nobody. We ain't trying to get nobody on a higher level. I said this to a motherfucker because they got mad about white people got power. White people got this. It ain't that white people got power. It's that black people don't try to gain no power. Anytime a black person get a little rock on the island, he sell it. To who? The white man. He don't sell it to nobody black. Niggas be putting themselves in this situation and will blame white people all fucking day. But I'm finna get back into it.
With education, you had one of those charts that you did with Perplexity this morning.
Mm-hmm.
It shows bachelor's degree or higher degree by race. Okay, so if you look at this, bachelor's degree or higher by race, ages 25 plus, this is from the U.S. Census Bureau. Asians at the highest, 59.3. whites 41.8, national 37.7, blacks 27.6, Hispanics 29. Why is that? Why is education not a priority based on these numbers?
Because we've pursued this idea that making money and being flashy with it is more of a goal and a priority than anything. Look at the high school graduations and the proms.
Yep.
Black people flashing a bunch of money, living a lifestyle that they'll never live, and celebrating like it's a wedding. And really, it is a wedding. It's a wedding that begins their marriage to mediocrity in the bare minimum. That's the unfortunate reality of it. And we don't have to be like this. The message I have today is that we don't have to be like this. This doesn't have to be our direction. I don't think there's a voting out of this. We can vote differently all we want, but if we don't think differently with that, we don't behave and act in a different way, in a different manner, it doesn't matter how we vote. It doesn't matter what we subscribe to, who we vote for. What matters is who we are at the end of the day, and I don't like the direction that we're going. I refuse, as Gen Z, as 25, I refuse to allow another generation of Black Americans to sit back at the age of 40 or 50 and say, damn, we failed too. That's how I looked up to the older generation of Blacks. Like, damn, what did you guys do for the last 40 years? Oh, we sat back and drank and smoked, and, your daddy was the shit back in 93. Well, that's cool. That's nice. But what do you have to show for today in our community? The music's great. I like the beat. But what is it talking about? The money looks great. You got all the flashy cars, but you're on Section 8 housing, and you're living in a poor area where it's filled with crime, and the roads are broken up. We got all these black politicians. We're voting for them because they're black, but then they're embezzling money and not giving you the same returns that you are asking for. Hi, I'm Andre Williams, constantly critical of black culture.
Yo, this man, y'all better support this man, okay? Y'all support this nigga. Y'all better support this nigga, because I'm finna support this nigga, but he real. And I respect everybody that be real with our own community. I hate when people be trying to do all that faking and jumping in 50-50 side and shit like Charleston White be doing. He be 50-50 all the time about a lot of shit. But my man's just cut this shit right down the middle. Even with the Obama thing, he even said like how he didn't really necessarily agree with everything Obama did. But what he's saying is the symbol of Obama represent as far as what black people think of him as. Or another thing as far as just saying if we don't change our mindset or our actions, like we not gonna get no fucking changes. Or the fact that we keep voting for niggas because they black, but then they embezzling money out the community, and they be embezzling money out of the most poorest community. Y'all seen what happened in Dalton, Illinois and all that, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro. We gotta start actually understanding what the fuck we looking at and what we looking for from politicians before we start saying politicians ain't gonna do shit for us, man. And they be the dumbest niggas talking about fucking this country don't give a fuck about me. The country don't give a fuck about you, but it offers a way for you to have a sustainable living. They offer you motherfucking Section 8, nigga. They offer you food stamps. They find ways to help you if you need help. They offer you health care if possible. But the thing is, bitch, you have to take advantage of the opportunities. And the thing is also, nigga, don't be just taking advantage of opportunities. Understanding it's a build up. And you got to build yourself back on your feet. Like, niggas be trying to do all this finessing and shucking and jiving and bullshitting, bro. We're not getting nowhere with that. Like he said, where is it? What is it doing? Like, what impact do it really make? What power do you really got? We got 1 million rappers and then not too many CEOs in the damn game that run real record labels. Motherfuckers, the Migos just got their catalog sold by motherfucking the nigga that owned their label. And he sold off his label pretty much at that point. Like I said, we got to do better. And the fact that we keep trying to act like when we do a crime to a white person, it's the white person's fault because they white and they trying to be racist towards us. Like, it don't have nothing to do with racism, bro. We put ourselves in that conversation when we start bringing it up in the first fucking place, instead of actually just understanding it's a right and it's a wrong when it comes to situations. Somebody lost their child. Or just saying somebody lost their life. But we so like caught up in life being lost around our community, we don't really give a fuck when somebody lose their life. Because we're insensitive to these things, because we done seen it so much, or we talk about it so much, or we listen to it so much, or we playing the game so much, and this shit is all a part of everything we doing and seeing and visualizing. That's why all this gay shit is so rampant in the community, because everybody's seeing and doing it and watching it and thinking it's okay and thinking that it's an everyday thing when it's really not. You know what I'm saying? Some people got this life, some people got that life, and that's just how people should look at it. But instead of looking at it like that, people be thinking it's one of them things where you could just experiment with your life. Like, nah, you tripping. It's a right and a wrong. And you got to understand, like, You got right paths and you got wrong paths. But we let motherfuckers influence the youth that shouldn't have the type of influence they got. Like Gucci Mane, that's my nigga. But he should not influence these niggas' decisions on the streets. Wayne is my nigga. But people look at Wayne for the wrong reasons. Tupac is my nigga. But instead of Tupac being like something that people actually looking into as a representation, they just want to take what people talk about when it comes to Tupac and say that that's what make them Tupac. Because they picking up guns, they gangbanging, they wearing the bandanas, they got the tattoos. Like, nah, Tupac was more than some tattoos and a bandana, my nigga. He was more than a nigga that was just running up on niggas and punching niggas, bro. And he shot them 2 police officers on some trying to help another black man, which is something 99% of these niggas would not do today. And it ain't about him feeling like shit was racist. It was about him seeing 2 white dudes jumping on a black dude and him feeling like he need to get out and fucking help this nigga and save this nigga life just in case something might actually happen to him. He didn't know it was police, nigga. He just seen 2 white dudes jumping on a black man. Everybody will be talking that shit about racism, this and that. But that's my point. Where was the other black kids with the Carmelo Anthony situation? Where was the other black kids ever? Like, niggas be missing my point as far as like why I say with the gangbang and shit and all other shit with other videos and reactions that I do. It separates us as a tribe. We already separated from other bullshit, but we separate more because now this block don't like that block don't like this block, this nigga wearing them colors, them niggas wearing that color. Like, it's too much dumb shit. And then, like I said, with the politician shit, like, we not even educating ourselves on politics or educating on ourselves on the decisions that are being made within the country. We don't even be knowing about the laws that they make every fucking year. They make 1,000,000 new laws every year, and niggas do not know which one is what, and how, and where they got that shit from. That's my biggest issue with my community, bro. We don't educate ourselves on anything. We just take the news and run with it. We just take what somebody white is saying and run with it. We'll question a black man, or we'll hurt a black man, or we'll kill a black man, or we'll shoot a black man. We're not finna do that to nobody else. And if we do, it's because they forced our hand. All you gotta do in the hood to get something to happen to you a lot of times is just be black, bro. Just be looking a certain way. That's it, and a nigga gonna attack you. But they not finna stop these other motherfuckers from saying nigga. They'll talk about racism. They not finna, you feel me, talk shit about motherfuckers getting killed in their own community. But they'll talk about if we get killed in your community. Oh, that was racist. Da-da-da-da. They killed him. Like when a boy got wrapped in a mat. Da-da-da. Everybody has something to say. This situation. Everybody got something to say. But you should have something to say when it's happening in your own personal community, my nigga. But yeah, back to what I was saying. You should have all this shit to say when it's in your own community, when it's happening at your front door and your back door, when it's really going on around you. But everybody is so toxic and caught up in the wrong shit that it's just affecting how everything is coming out. As far as how we programming these kids to think, you got this motherfucking kid thinking that it's okay. Like with the whole hit a motherfucker with a bottle and a brick thing. Like that's one thing. You got these motherfuckers out here shooting motherfuckers, stabbing motherfuckers, pulling out guns at 14, 13 and shit. Like, kids have always kind of been like that, depending on where you're from. But the thing is, it's rampant now. It's like it's not just those bad kids that like, you feel me, like that's how they gonna be. It's the kids that shouldn't even be doing this shit at all. That's really fucking around and running around doing dumb shit. Like the situation with the child situation, like that little boy, he wasn't supposed to be having no gun on him. He don't even look like he need to have no gun on him. But if he did, I don't know how he got himself to that point. And that's what we need to start attacking. How do motherfuckers get to this point where we carrying guns or we gotta carry guns? How do motherfuckers get to this point where they gotta steal water or do some goofy shit just to like get through the day? We gotta start attacking these situations and handling our own community because we see how everybody else is handling our community, but we just letting them handle it. We not trying to handle it. So somebody gonna handle it. And parents used to tell motherfuckers, like, if I don't do it, police gonna do it. And what y'all think going on? Police is doing it. Or if it ain't the police, it's a store owner. If it ain't the store owner, it's some crazy ass weird motherfucker with a gun who just got a chip on his shoulder. Or it's somebody that want to be social media famous. But y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think. I fuck with bro. And he really just said some real ass shit as far as like this whole situation. Not just this situation, just the black culture community period. We don't value none of the things that we need to value. We don't value family like we should value family. We don't value life like we should value life. And that's why we aborting everything at such a fast rate. That's why we dropping out of school. That's why these niggas is proud to be high school dropouts, middle school dropouts. Like, no, nigga. That shit ain't cool, nigga. Get your diploma at least, nigga. You didn't get your degree at 10. But at least get your fucking diploma, nigga. Don't be no dumbass out here. I'm out, man.
Hey, these niggas bound to attack. Gotta know your purpose, understand what work is. These snakes is lurking, observing, trying to close your curtain.